So niche. So meta. Maybe not. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to This Week in AI. I'm joined by Jack. Hello, Jack.
Hey, Rob. How you doing?
Yeah, very good. Cheers.
Obligatory ching ching.
This is your weekly dollop of what's hot, what's not, what's going, what's coming, what's toing, what's throwing in the world of AI. Mate, what has been on your agenda this week, and tell me all about it.
All right. Let me give you a rundown of what's on my plate this week. We are working on a prototype of what we'll call a tutor, an AI tutor. It's coming from a concept around how do we reposition learning? And to get into the nitty-gritty exactly of what I'm focused on, because we could get pretty like a higher level talking about theories and whatever, I have essentially taken a book. I have put that book into an agent. So I've separated it all out, got it all down so it's easily parsed, pulled apart. And I'm using this agent to interact with that book. And so the thought came from, if I'm a student and I don't understand a concept of something, when you go to study, you get all your course books, you get a syllabus and whatnot, and course structure, but you also have the books where you actually are trying to learn these concepts from. And traditional ways is you'd sit in a classroom or you'd have an online learning experience and try and talk with that tutor or that mentor or that teacher who is that subject matter expert. And I thought to myself, what if I could evolve the way we went about it from reading a book? We've moved into listening to books. But what about if I could interact with a book? And so I've spent the entire day prototyping this thing out.
So I think what you've done is just broken education.
Well, I wouldn't say I've broken it, but I'm just trying to come at it from a different angle.
Okay.
At it from a different angle. Everybody learns differently. Everyone's got their own different learning methods. Some people are visual, some people listen, some people text, whatnot.
Okay.
But this was, how do we make sure, how can we ensure that when you're interacting with something and you're trying to learn from it, it is accurate, it is consistent, it can touch on the subjects, or it can touch on the subject of the book and refer you back to those areas of that book with accuracy.
That is very cool, my friend. Well done. I assume you're still plugging away at it.
Yeah, absolutely. I got I was deep in the matrix of trying to figure this thing out.
Okay.
Today, it's actually been quite fun and quite a challenge to get it to work.
Yeah. Okay. And presumably, the applications are far more broad-reaching than just
a single book.
A book.
Correct. So it's coming from the challenge of how can we help a learning organization have an always-on tutor that can educate you about the course that you signed up for. I'm a bit of a night owl or a very early morning riser, depending on what I've got going on. And that's obviously outside regular hours. So how can I self-serve? How can I teach myself that beyond the step of having to sit down and actually read the book, how can I actively learn by interacting with that book?
Well, mate, it's very, very exciting.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think it's going to be awesome.
I've got it working in some ways. I've got it completely broken in others. I've got it reciting poetry back to me. And
wonderful.
That was a mistake. But I mean, that's the whole point of trying things out and testing it and getting it to work.
Absolutely. Well, mate, we'll get you back when you've got more developments. And thank you so much for joining us this week.
Absolute pleasure. Thanks, Rob.
Ting!
Ting, ting.